Hey, what's up, everybody? Scotty White, World Combat Sports. Give me a minute. I'm trying to get something that's acting up for some apparent reason. Thanks for everybody who's tuning in. Willie Lowe, you cannot stream fights through YouTube or Facebook on here. All right, it's gonna be live commentary. Appreciate everybody for stopping through. Just give me a quick minute. Man, goddamn, ESPN was tripping. Shit. You goddamn get a regular subscription to ESPN. You should be able to log in that motherfucker. They want you to log in and goddamn go through your damn TV, your network provider and all that shit. And they must not be ready because that shit took forever. Damn, why they gonna switch the game up? Damn. Appreciate everybody for stopping through. Once again, salute. World Combat Sports on deck. The first fight was pretty quick. Robeisy Ramirez, double gold medalist. You know what it is, man. His history. That's what separates amateur from professional. And you know him and Shakur Stevenson. You know his saving grace has did much better than he was able to do when he made his debut. Will they meet sometime in the future? Whatever. Hey, who knows, man? But I just know his opponent tonight. You know, he would definitely pick up a check. I think it'll probably be $2.50 for that performance. You know, take that away, got to pay the trainers and everything. He probably walk up out of there with a nickel. I'm just saying. But apologize for that, man. You know, ESPN wanted to switch the game up on me tonight. I'm like, damn. So we're in between fights. It's gonna be a pretty dense card, y'all. I put it in the descriptions. You know, who's gonna be fighting in what order. Got a couple familiar faces that's down here. So, you know, down here in the ATL. So I look forward to seeing them fight. But drop any comments you have about boxing, man. I appreciate anything, you know, dialogue or whatever that you got. You know, do that. It's good to have boxing back on deck, y'all. Real talk. Shout out to Top Rank. You know, doing it once again, man. Have boxing on deck without an audience. We ain't complaining shit. We just wanted the sport to return. You know what I'm saying? So they back at the MGM. No crowd. And let's get it. You know, Shakur Stevenson stepping up in weight. The super featherweight 130. Facing Felix Caraballo. So I'm looking for Stevenson to go in here and put on a good performance as always. Have a lot of faith in Shakur Stevenson. Have a lot of faith in what he's going to be able to do in his career. So one thing you can commend him for is making moves. Shakur Stevenson's making moves. He's showing courage, confidence, and everything else, man. So you got to show him love for that shit. Now, I have some people on YouTube and Facebook asking me about streaming the fight on here. Look, the fight is on ESPN, y'all, free. If I stream the fight, they probably will shut me down before the card is over with. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. They being real finicky about, you know, certain fights and how and what you're doing and how you're doing. Let me check something out right quick. We'll take care of this right quick. Like, let me check something out. I might be able to stream it. Let me check something out right quick. Yeah. Let me see. What's popping, man? Let me see where I'm at. Okay. Well, we're in between fights right now. So it's hard to tell. But for one, from lessons learned, it's difficult to stream a fight. is being shown, especially when boxing is returning, especially from any top tier promotion. It's pretty hard to stream that without getting shut down. But for those of you that has access to ESPN from home, man, tune in, man, so we can talk about this fight. I want to hear your input on what you thought about the fight. Now, of course, the first one was quick, but I'd be damned if the rest of them are that quick. I seriously doubt it. I knew he. Did y'all hear what y'all think about that Ryan Garcia and Abner Mares fight, though? Man, it seems like everybody just be calling out everybody. And then, they call out 2 or 3 people, and then they fight somebody that's not even in 3, not even in who they was calling out. Manny Pacquiao. Oh, Errol Spence won't fight Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence want to fight Manny Pacquiao. Terrence Crawford want to fight Manny. And then they talking about Manny moving up to face Triple G because he want to be a non-division champion. Like, how is Triple G going to have any clarity at 168? And how they going to bullshit and throw a damn title in there for Manny Pacquiao? Let's just go ahead and get the trilogy out the way with Canelo Alvarez and Triple G and leave it alone, man. Joe Tessitore, Timothy Bradley, Andre Ward, and Mike Kriegel. Shout out Andre Ward in the building. Joel, what's good, man? What's up? What's up? Joel said, I'm mad I paid for the monthly subscription for ESPN and still can't watch the damn fights. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. ESPN tried to switch up the game today. Man, they really taking a lot of time in between this first bout, man. It wasn't like it was a championship fight. Dude got finished, man. What you expect? They coming out of COVID-19. What you expect? They're coming out of pandemic. What you expect? They're not going to be in the best of shape, and they're going to come in here and give it what they can. They're going to do what they can do, whether it's from 20% all the way to 95%. Whatever you want, that's what they're going to give you. Damn, they taking an awful long time. Now they about to start up the next fight. Thank God. Okay, let's get this. Let's get this. Stop playing. Quatavius Cash, what's good, man? ATL. Now, listen to me. This dude 10-3-1. Calvin Metcalf, first appearance in Las Vegas. But look, I know I basically went over instructions on how to cut your hair during COVID-19. I told you the essentials that you needed: a pair of primary clippers and some edgers. This dude right here, know he wrong for that. All the hair pieces that they have coming that's out right now in the ATL, somebody should have told this dude, don't come in here looking like a samurai. You in boxing, shouty. You know what I'm saying? You in boxing, shouty. What you doing? How you gonna come up in Las Vegas with a hairstyle like that, man? And then, fellas, if you have that process happening, right? I can't relate, but if you have that process happening, shave it off. Shave that shit off. Don't be trying to wear a ponytail and talking about people walking up to you and say, "Hey, man, you in the martial arts?" "No, I'm boxing." No, hell no, not with that hairstyle. You ain't. Let's go, Cash. That check. There you go. Nice sharp jab. Cash looking sharp early on. Popping the jab, behind the stick, as they call it. I think this Keith Thurman's uncle. Calvin Metcalf. They look like Keith Thurman's uncle right there. Shoot. I'm not going to lie to you, Shouty. There you go. 1-2 combination by Cash. Oh, he tried the counter hook right there twice, but missed. He tried that counter left hook. Sneaky, real sneaky. Metcalf is giving him an easy template to work with, though, right now. He's coming straight forward. He's squared up pretty much. He's barely missing with that left hook. Barely. He's trying to catch him coming in with the counter left. Let's see if he makes some changes. Kind of close it down just a little bit more. "30 seconds left in the first round." Nice stiff jab by Metcalf. For those of you that's on Facebook, salute to you. Hey, Joel, you can't show the fight. You really can't stream the fight. You know what I'm saying? You will get shut down. But listen, I'm gonna see what's up though. Because if you stream the fight, you're gonna get shut down, period. If you look on any other fight, if you look on any other media outlets, they're just having a live chat. That's the way it's gotta be. This is free ESPN. You know what I'm saying? People coming around here saying, are you gonna stream the fight? You gonna stream the fight? Look, you see other media outlets, they got like 100 plus people tuned in, right? And they're not streaming the fight, but they got 100 plus streaming in. I got a little bit under a dozen, right? And people asking me, Hey, you gonna be Boo Boo the Clown and stream the fight because come on, man, show me another media outlet that's streaming the fight right now. Y'all need to stop that. Y'all need to stop that, man. Y'all trying to sit up here and have YouTube shut me down when I'm up here trying to, talk boxing. So what y'all need to do, drop your comments in the live chat. Nice combination by Metcalf. Stand in the pocket, solid combinations. He's just not doing the 1-2, but he's letting his hands go on the inside. Metcalf is just walking. He's not worried about the power right now. Cash is not really making him pay to the point where he's demanding his respect. Metcalf is just walking him down. But in reality, he's taking punishment for no reason, because you're going to walk somebody down, make them pay. You know what I'm saying? If you're saying they don't have enough power, make them pay. He's taking punishment. You're just walking into the end of a glove. It makes no sense. You showing your toughness for what? That you can take a punch? Do that shit in sparring. Because right now, Cash is just having a day. See how you see how Metcalf, he cut off the ring, but yet he didn't do anything with it. He didn't throw no punches when he was able to put him in the corner. He didn't do anything. 50 seconds remaining. Fighters clinching right now. Not much action going on, except I have to give it up to Cash. He is letting his hands go when he does separate and create space. Oh, nice right hand by Metcalf. They banging on the inside. Okay, all right. Metcalf is scoring right now. He's bloodied up though, so I don't know if he's tasting his own blood and he's saying, forget everything else. I got to make this happen, because he's just what I was saying earlier. He's taking punishment. Now he's bleeding. And it seems like he's on a mission to seek and destroy now. And you just can't go all out like that, man. Like, unless you have something, you see something, unless you know for a fact that you can shut your opponent down. There's no need for this dude to be taking all that punishment. He got a cut over his left eye because he's not moving his head. He's not using angles. He's coming straight down the middle. Straight down the middle. But it's the first fight card back since the pandemic. So, man, you know what? I'm not so critical about these cats. You know what I'm saying? Hey, at least they're able to get in the ring. Round 3 of 6. Let's see if he switch it up a little bit, Metcalf. Okay, so the cut was from a clash of heads, not punches, but he's still taking too much punishment, in my opinion. It was from a clash of heads, though. So it's a lot of infighting that's going on right now with these two. And it's a pretty decent pace. I'm not going to lie. It's a pretty decent pace. I like how Cash is on the inside and he's pretty effective with his dirty boxing on the inside. You see him going to the body up top. He is being hit. You know what I'm saying? He is taking some shots. But the power of Metcalf is not anything that has Cash worried at the moment. Cash is very active with his hands, man. Nice left hook on the inside. Nice left hook to the body by Cash. Metcalf came up top with that straight left. I mean, 3-punch combination by Cash, man. Every time Cash stops punching, that's when Metcalf has his success. He just landed a straight left up top, Metcalf. He's putting in work, though. With that funky hairdo, he's putting in some work, though. Real talk. You know, I got some respect for Metcalf, man. I know I was getting on his ponytail earlier. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy, tough. Calvin Metcalf tough, y'all. But that hairstyle, though, come on, bro. I would have faded you up for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Get an interview. I would have faded you up for nothing. I would have just left the ponytail back there if you like that, you know, if it's tribal or something like that. But, bro, everything else to go along with it, no, man. The runway? No, hell no. Nice straight right by Metcalf, man. Cash, I like how busy Cash is. Look at those hands, though. It's almost like a shoe shine, but no, he just staying active. Now he's moving. Metcalf is moving with him. 40 seconds left. I like the work. Cash's work rate. I like that. When he let his hands go is when he's most effective. When he take breaks up against the rope almost, that's when Metcalf is able to get in on him. Man, I like digging to the body with that right left. Cash. Just cashing checks, man. Metcalf come up top with a straight left. Metcalf ain't going nowhere, man. This is a good fight. 3-punch combination by Cash. Slip that punch by Metcalf. Forget what you heard. Shit. Forget what you heard. Metcalf say, man, I come in here with a runway, man. Hey, I'm going to take flight, goddammit. Who cares what you talking about? My haircut was he's saying my haircut was the same during the pandemic. So I decided to wear it to Vegas, and that's what it's going to be. I ain't switching up for nobody. I can't say he putting the brothers back because, you know what I'm saying? I don't know of ethnicity. He seemed like he might be, you know, mixed with some or whatever. Keith Thurman's uncle or something. I don't know what's going on. But we could have faded him up, kept the ponytail in the back. You know what I'm saying? Zeroed him out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, people would have looked at that a whole lot different. 4th round on deck, y'all. Hey, drop your comments in there, man. Stop being so antisocial. Man, come on, y'all. Stop being so antisocial, man. Boxing is back on the scene. I can't believe I don't have that. I should have 300 people in here talking about, damn, they don't matter if it's a Tuesday or not. Boxing is back. Cash is moving around very well, you know, being mobile. When he stops, you know, he let his hand go, dig to the body, come up top. I like how Cash starts out off the round. You know what I'm saying? I like how he starts off the round. But you can tell in between, he's pacing himself, though. Metcalf, not so much. Metcalf is coming forward regardless. Straight right by Metcalf. Cash is staying consistent. Cash is staying consistent, though. Double jab to the body. Straight right by Metcalf, you know, not setting it up with a jab or anything. He throw one punch, and then he wait as he walks in. So that's the advantage that Cash is having right now, is because when Metcalf land, You know, he's not throwing a volume combination set. Like right now, Cash just hit him with 3-punch combination, which was effective. All that scored. Nice slick uppercut on the inside by Metcalf. I hear you. All right. Double jab. Metcalf. Like I said, once Cash stops punching, Metcalf has his success. Now he's pushing up against the corner. Metcalf is just being dirty in there. Metcalf being dirty. Hooks. Uppercuts. Tough dude, Calvin. Tough dude. Straight right. He loves leading with his right, though. He'll lead with a straight right, then come with the left. Like, I gotta give Cash his props, man. He's staying active, fighting off the back foot. When he does take a break, he's not taking too much of a break, man. But you could tell the cardio, he can't keep that rate up like he did in the early. 20 seconds remaining in the 4th round. Cash's fight so far. Man, he's really getting into it. This inside boxing right here, y'all. It's good to see it again. Man, both of these guys are landing big shots on the inside, making the fight rough, dirty, bloody. You know what I'm saying? They digging deep in there. Shout out Joshua Greer Jr., man. He's back in the house June 16th. I thought it was June 9th, but it's June 16th, man. Night himself, Mr. ESPN, is definitely going to be back on deck again. It's Mike Plania, Filipino fighter. It's going to be a tough fight, man. 23-1, 21-1. Both of them have identical knockouts, 12 knockouts per. That's going to be a good fight. What's going on, the box father in the building? What's going on, Skip? I didn't see you over there. I forgot you step in on Facebook. What's good with you? This is a good fight. Fifth round, approaching 2 minutes. Cash is good on the jab, you know, and he has been boxing off his back foot. Even though Cash is the more active boxer in this contest right here, with his hands, Metcalf is the more aggressive. You know, he's much more the aggressor. Cash doesn't have the power to gain the respect of Metcalf, so Metcalf just walks in, and it can be in the middle of a combination. He'll take the punches and wait to Cash stop throwing his shots, and then he will work. Metcalf is active, though. It's just, like I said previously, you know, he doesn't move his head, and he's an easy target for Cash whenever Cash wants to start landing. I mean, but right now, Metcalf is really coming on strong in these later rounds, man. Cash is staying consistent, though. Straight left up top. And one thing I like about Cash, he's throwing more than one punch. Majority of the time he does get off, he's throwing more than one punch. One, two by Cash, return by Metcalf. You know, you can tell Metcalf is warmed up now. He's in the rhythm. Cash is boxing off the back foot with a nice 2-punch combination. Sticks the jab out there. And whenever they clinch, I like how Metcalf is still, throwing those light punches to the body of Cash. Inside fighting, though. This is a grimy, bang it out type of fight right here. These guys, man, hey, they going toe to toe on the inside. Nice left hook by Cash. I like how active his hands is, man. He's really putting in work on the inside. I'd be surprised if the decision goes any other way except with Cash right now. Much more accurate boxer in this fight. He's landing, even though sometimes when he shuts down, like he pauses, that's when Metcalf go to work. It's just not enough. Joel said, invite me back for the heavyweight fights. Oh, I don't know what you mean. I'll still be on here live, bro. When the heavyweights come in, I'll still be here live, man. I need that play-by-play, yeah. Yeah, I'll see what's up, man. Yeah, I'll try to drop it in your messenger, bro. So once again, the final frame of a 6-round fight, and Metcalf is coming full steam ahead, and he's trying to shut down Cash early on, but Cash is staying active. I give him that. Straight right hand. Like I said previously, Metcalf has been leading with a straight right hand majority of from the second round to now. Now they checking the cut. The cut is minuscule compared to what Badu Jack had. I mean, it is what the guy's nodding his head for. They stopped the fight, and the dude just has a cut right here, dog. Man, let me call Zab up. Nady must not understand. I need, man. I'm gonna get Zab Jew to come in here and show up to Las Vegas. He know what it is. I mean, come on, fellas. Talking about as worse as the fight went on, it was just bleeding. Worse is looking at Badu Jack. Damn. If anybody was there for that fight, there go Stitch. What's going on, Stitch? Legend himself, he was working Cash's corner. Okay. Stitches everywhere. But anybody who's at that fight knows damn well that cut was much more severe than this guy right here. I got to give it up to Kevin Metcalf. Tough fighter, man, with a funky haircut. And but he deserved to go to the final bell. Seriously. That's some bullshit right there. Like he has a little star, over his left eye, and they stops the fight. That might be a little bit, a little COVID-19 sensitivity going on right here. I don't know what it is. I mean, boxing couldn't have gotten that soft in between that particular layoff. We wasn't gone that long. Come on. Were y'all there when Badu Jack had that 12-6 cut on his forehead? He was basically having Red Cross ringside, with 2 jugs in their hand, just doing this right here. They was catching that stuff in the air. Man, good. We got a blood drive going on here. Red Cross, man, was ringside just filling up paints. It was a blood drive. People's suits was fucked up. Blood all. It was raining freaking blood, man. And they're gonna stop this fight over a star, over a little bit of head, clash of heads. That was some nonsense right there. Jesse Magdaleno back on deck. Okay. Adam Lopez warming up. So let me look at the fights, man. Cash should pull this out. Period. Unfortunately, we're not going to hear any post-fight commentary to ask Calvin Metcalf about his haircut because Quatavius Cash wins and rightfully so. But I would definitely like them to basically ask him about his haircut. But it's not going to happen. Shout out to Quatavius Cash, man, for the victory. Congrats, man. Yes, Skip. Jack cut was absolutely much worse than what we seen tonight. And they stopped the fight in the 6th round. I'm like, come on, man. Like, what y'all got going on? And Jay Nady, man, he's been there before. And, I was that close from calling Zab Judah up, man. Taking back the freaking when he stopped that Costa Zoo fight. Zab Judah say, not tonight. Not tonight. I wasn't hurt. Not tonight. Zab put that glove up to his neck like, Hey, Skip, the good thing is boxing is back in the building. And we really don't know when it's going to hit the regional level. That means, you're going to be back to wrapping hands again, man, out there doing what you're doing, one of the best in the game. So hopefully the regions open up sometime soon, man, and we able to, kick off some of these local cards. So you can get back in there and wrap some hands, man, show them who's the best in the business, man. So we're in between fights right now. We're in between, Octavius Cash just won his bout. Salute to him. We're jump starting the energy, getting back in the swing of things with this boxing. So tonight, I know some of you all have to get ready for work, but until the schedule gets back to a point where of normalcy, you're going to see some fights during the weekday the way it used to be. Friday night fights, all that. Thursday night, Tuesday night fights. For those of you that grew up off that, I mean, we're going to see fights during the week. You know what I'm saying? Don't trip. Gerald say, I'm interested to see how Langston holds up against the size of a heavyweight when he usually fights a cruiser. Hey, good attention to detail, man. Good point. That's a solid point. You know what I'm saying? Cruiserweight is a step up. I mean, a step below heavyweight, but it's a different story because when you get to heavyweight, that's when everything changes. When you can be gapped for 50 to 100 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can absolutely be gapped on the scale. So, yeah, I'm curious to see how that's going to work out, man. You know, the power changes for some. You know, of course, no weight cut. Hey, it's gonna be here pretty soon. It's gonna be on deck pretty soon, man. A lot of people looking a lot of people looking to see Don Haynesworth too. What was your heaviest, man, at heavyweight? Hey Joel, what was your heaviest at heavyweight, man? What's the heaviest you fought? Oh, okay. All right, right. All right. Haynesworth taking the fight you turned down. I didn't know that. Okay. I don't know if y'all been watching, man, but it's a lot going on with names just being tossed around, just like it's a lottery or something. Every time you turn around, people that was calling out certain fighters doing COVID-19 shutdown, and they find somebody totally different. They find somebody totally different. But the one who making the biggest noise, real talk, is Shakur Stevenson. He's making the biggest noise right now, as far as the transition. The way he's saying, okay, Shakur said during COVID-19, when I return, I'm moving up. Guess what? He's moving up in weight. He's contending at 130. So you gotta show him, mad respect and that right, because he's not just out here rambling at the, just rambling and talking out the side of his face. He's actually making moves and doing what he said he gonna do, and he's doing it in a way that when they ask him about Caraballo, they say, it's very little film out there on him. So what do you think? He said, I watched one round. That's all I needed. They said, what did you take from that one round? I know he ain't on my level. Shakur Stevenson kept that shit 100. God damn it. Kept it a buck. No cap. Shit, he said he ain't on my level. Joel say Stevenson's a beast. Dang, you down to 215? Okay. Shit. All right. I don't even want to say my goddamn weight right now. Shit. Skip say Joel's in shape and always fight his ass off. Yeah, for sure, man. I only, it would have been good to see you on this card for real. Definitely. This would have been a good card to be on. The only reason I'm saying that is because it's the return bout sheet, from COVID-19. So everybody's been kind of looking to get back into the swing of thing when it comes to boxing. What's going on, Michael? I just got my pro boxing license. I can't wait to make it to TV and showcase my skills. So when you plan on, having your first fight, and at what weight? What weight are you planning on making your pro debut. So I'm gonna talk about something else while they're talking. I want to talk about something that's been going on. Um, it was some talk, a chatter I hear about Anthony Joshua's speech that he made or what have you, and everybody was looking at it like, okay, at least he's speaking up, at least he's not staying silent about anything. And certain people thought it was racist or what he said or whatever the case, because he was leaning toward not supporting white businesses, right? This is my take on that, right? Not to get too offset from the fight card, but check this out. Like I told people on Facebook, I said, when it comes to heavyweights, I'm just keeping it class for class, right? Deontay Wilder has been talking to people long before Anthony Joshua. He's been talking to the people. And and people get the misunderstanding and not check out the content. I've support and interviewed several fighters. Multiple. So whenever it comes down to Deontay Wilder, people always want to say your boy and stuff like that, and always want to link up black media to Deontay Wilder. And I find that a bit misinformed. I said Deontay Wilder's been talking to the people long before Anthony Joshua. He's talked during the pressers. He's talked in the videos. He's basically talked about these times before the protests even happened, right? So Anthony Joshua comes out here reading off a paper, and I'm saying to myself, like, if you really feel it from the heart, talk. Stand up as a man. Just say what's on your heart, man. When have you seen Deontay read off a paper? When he was trying to be the people's champ, when he was an active belt holder, he was talking from what he felt. When he opened his store over there, next to the Barclays or Flatbush, he was speaking from the heart. He didn't have no paper. He didn't have no pre-written speech. None of that shit. He was speaking from his heart. I was there. So back to the point I was trying to make about Anthony Joshua, people sit up here and want to applaud this dude for reading off a piece of paper and then say at least he spoke up. Nah, bro. No, it ain't at least, because before this was even popping, I can absolutely say that Wilder was speaking up. He was speaking to the people, but people didn't like it. They didn't appreciate it. They was, it was difficult for me to tell a grown ass person that I'm just having a dialogue with you. Why are you talking about the results of him and Fury? I don't want to call you ignorant because I'm not trying to sit up here and make it personal. You know what I'm saying? But what I was basically trying to get to was that Wilder has been speaking in that tone and addressing just like he did to this day. And he coined the phrase when he was speaking to Radio Raheem. He said, "What you mean? Your people too." He's been talking to the people long before Anthony Joshua came out with this statement, because the streets are active right now. You know what I'm saying? The streets are active in protest right now. So guess what? I'm not gonna sit back and be comfortable with some of these US fans that dog the shit out of Wilder, but yet they want to applaud Anthony Joshua just because he's came up here like it was a second day of elementary reading off a paper. And like they're saying, okay, we need to build up our list of little kids that wants to be in a talent show. So who want to go up first? Who took the 5 minutes during snack time and came up with something they want to perform on stage? And that's what I say, man. Shit, he came up there and spoke, and he had to say something about white businesses, this, that, and the other. It's much deeper than that, bro. And how all of a sudden Anthony Joshua was hurt, and then they're talking about his mandatory fighting somebody else right now. Man, y'all always sit up here and try to come at me. Y'all won't get on live. Y'all won't do none of that shit. But y'all basically always want to sit up here and say I'm dogging Joshua out. I'm not. I'm just calling it as I see it. It's my opinion. Joel say the Cassius fight woke me up. I had to get right. All right, for sure, man. Exactly. Wilder been putting on for his people. Mike, this month on the 27th in Oklahoma in July. And all right, so you popping in 27 July. I'm a heavyweight. My coach has fought Devin Haney, and a fellow boxer has fought Ryan Garcia. Okay. All right, right. Who's your coach, man? Joel said exactly. He ain't even. Let me see. Okay, we're still good. But yeah, and appreciate those comments, man. Those of you that dropped those comments. And like I was saying, right? I was just trying to explain. Okay, for sure. I was just trying to explain, right? A lot of people want to talk about supporting their people. Look, there's nothing wrong with saying my people, because black is what it is. You was born black, and we always say it in conversation, my people, this, that, and the other. That don't mean we're the close-knit unit and we move as one all the time. You know what I'm saying? We know what history tells us, but for Anthony Joshua to come out, who's in a country where he don't fly his Nigerian flag first, he fly the red, white, and blue of the UK colors first. I've never been in that situation. I've always served up under the banner for which I was birthed, period. But just check it out, y'all. Check out the fighters over there in the UK and what colors they fly. Check it out for yourself. People just don't want to damn make mention, man. And look, Skip Crumple in the building, and I have to give a salute to Skip, a man who freaking marched back in the day for a common cause. You know what I'm saying? And I have to give him his respect. To get out there, he was out there marching for a cause, and that's better than a lot of people. And when I was out there marching, I didn't sit up here and put it out like I said on Facebook. I did it because it needed to be done. I'm one person, and I went out there for a cause. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. Like, real talk. The heavyweights are on deck, y'all. But man, y'all need to chill. Just applauding Anthony Joshua because he came up with a statement that he wrote from the back of an Apple Jacks box. Donald Haynesworth on deck. 16-3, 14 knockouts. He's 37 years old, so he's on a fast track right now. But we'll get back to that, man, because that's just crazy. Skip say Wilder has a militant mentality, and he'll speak his mind and don't give a fuck who likes it or not. That's what I love about him. That's true words, man. No cap. That's true words. And people just act like, anybody who talk to him that's black, that they want to say the old term, yo boy. And I don't want to start mentioning names, but I think that's a little bit prejudice when you up here comparing, somebody say, "Oh, that's your boy." No, you can't support another black fighter without that being your boy. Let's get this work in. Heavyweights on deck. Haynesworth is on deck. Nice stiff jab. Okay, there you go, Haynesworth. Get active with the jab, man. Vianello is active. I like his movement early. Wait, the bounce he has on his feet when he leads with the jab, he's actually coming forward with the jab. Hands up by the chin. Vianello is very active with his jab, bouncing on his feet like he Luis Ortiz, Larry Holmes. Oh, he drops Haynesworth already with a right hand. Damn. Oh, Haynesworth is hurt. He's hurt. He's walking it off though. Come on, Nady. Oh man, Jay stops the fight. Oh my God, bro. Jesus Christ, bro, man. Come on, man. Boxing just got back on deck, bro. Jesus, man. First round knock. First round stoppage, man. But the right hand was crucial, though. You know what I'm saying? It did have probation written all on it. Seriously. So I have to give him his props, and the way he was moving and everything, for real. Shout out to Ohio Run Boxing, man. What's going on with you, Marcus? Gerard Anderson from Ohio, can't wait. Yeah, they up next, man. It's gonna be another 5 to 10 minutes in between fights. Boom. He punched down on that shot too, right to the temple. He parried him too. And what's so fucked up, he parried him with his with really a cross face. Like he parried him with the left across his forehead, and then he came over with the right hand. That's nasty a little bit, because if he would have did it just a little bit hard, it probably could have cost a cut. But a parry is a parry, man. And you just don't parry the head though. He parried Haynesworth's head with his left hand and then came over the top with his right. But shout out to Marcus, Ohio Run Boxing, man. Salute to you. Thanks for dropping through. Mike said Clay Burns and my manager is Chad Broussard. Oh, okay. I'm gonna check you out, bro. Wait, and where you out of again? Joel said, yeah, he came in heavy at 294 pounds. Jeez. Mike said, my friends who fought Ryan is Devin Jones. All right, okay. That's what's up. But yeah, I was saying, with this Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder shit, like we already know what's going on globally. We already know they're protesting in 50 strong, and that's 50 on the map. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere, right? It's an omnipresence of one man who a lot of people that's insensitive. I'm not gonna lie. I've been unfriending a lot of people, because that just goes to show you, in a time like this, you find out not who your friends are, you find out who you thought your friends were. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you come to find out, what who your friends were, because people was putting up some insensitive comments, just bringing up the man's criminal record. And I understand, like, none of us are perfect, and I understand the man has paper. All right. So check this out, though. It doesn't condone the fact that he was murdered under a knee of an officer that's supposed to be serving and protecting community and get paid by the citizens, right? It doesn't negate the fact that he was very flawed in his decision making, very poor judgment to keep his knee on a man's neck that long. It's not right. There's no right in there, period, for him to keep his knee on that man's neck that long. And not only that, I'm pretty sure them working at the same club or whatever, I'm curious to know if Derek Chauvin actually actually had familiarization with George Floyd before. But anyway, this is what I mean about Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. I tell people that Anthony Joshua, out of all the people that he fought, especially when it came to Deontay Wilder, that when they was actually in communication, he always had negative shit to say. He always somewhat boycotted Deontay Wilder's boxing brand, what he meant to boxing. He always tried to devalue him as the WBC champion. Always. He never act like, he was all about, the way he's making this statement right now and being about the people and all that. Because one particular boxer he never showed love and respect for was Deontay Wilder. Period. He never did. But he'll go up there in an empty stadium and hug on Klitschko all day and freaking, be all goofy. But then you get people saying, oh, he's a nice guy. I never said he wasn't a nice guy. I'm just saying that you're going to come up with a comment or a statement like you did, and people cheering that shit on. I'm like, when it came to Deontay Wilder, you act like the man, scooped up one of your girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got some personal shit, because you always dogged them out. Even when y'all was in negotiation, they didn't show Deontay any love. They was just trying to give the man a flat fee like he was a slave. Like they was all about civility. Where was the black unity then? Don't sit up here and claim, oh, I'm from the UK, Mike. You know what I mean? No. Last time I checked, you know what I'm saying? Like Nipsey say. I mean, come on, man. Y'all, some of y'all just want to live vicariously through Anthony Joshua, and you don't have to do that. You don't have to. Be your own person, because you're going to find out you may be a bit more stronger than Anthony Joshua has been in his lifetime. It don't matter if he, got locked up for some weed or he was in gang. It's a lot of us got a past. What I'm trying to say is a lot of y'all boost this man head up, and you cannot have a general dialogue about who's been speaking up for their people and to their people before this protest even happened, before Chauvin's knee was on his neck. But people was dogging out Deontay, saying he's classless, he ain't that smart, he can't fight, all from the way his boxing technique is. Forget him, really coming to the sport to basically fight for his daughter, working 3 jobs and doing what he's supposed to do as a man and a black man, you know what I'm saying? But y'all look at him, y'all boo him in the Staples Center, y'all boo him in the MGM, and then when Anthony Joshua come out with a statement, y'all want to freaking jump and click your heels and shit. Dorothy, Toto, oh my God, this is unbelievable. The lion does have a heart. He has courage. We all knew Anthony Joshua had it. We just never seen it before. You're damn right you never seen it. Come on, man. This dude's an opportunist, bro. This dude's an opportunist. Anthony Joshua has a country that is somewhat enamored with him when it comes to the sport of boxing. But you all need to really hold him accountable for how many times have you heard him get on the mic and pretty much speak up for himself and speak up for his people. Come on, man. Tomorrow, if you think I'm racist, go fuck yourself. Oh, that's easy for you to say because you're over in the UK, mate. You're over in the UK. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest, mate. No one's gonna call you a bloody bloke because you're basically over there with people just who are who admire you, who are enamored, who is infatuated, who want to be you, but not over here in the US though. Come on, man. You know what happened when you was over here in the US? You didn't even give media over here a chance. Talking about boycott white businesses. When you sit up here and had nothing but UK media around you when you came over here, and you wouldn't even allow the US media who's already on deck to come up there and be able to ask you some questions, whether they be tough or not. You didn't even give us the common courtesy. You had your own peeps from your own country there to ask you all the healthy questions that build up, and you still went in there and got knocked out. So, man, y'all hold this dude accountable for what he is, man. Stop playing. From Alexandria, Louisiana. Okay, I got you. All right. So ESPN, the fights, the first fight went fairly quick. The second fight went to the sixth, and then this fight in the freaking first round. So now we get a much anticipated fight. It's gonna be pretty good, man. Gerard, the real big baby Anderson, he's 3-0. And he's talked a lot. He's been out here in the media, so we're looking forward to seeing him step in there with Johnnie Langston. 8-2, 3 KOs, man. But I'm not trying to get on no tangent, but man, come on with that, man. I may not have I might not have 100 people tuned in right now, but hey, guess what? It ain't shit you can say about me sitting behind the screen and saying I'm gonna do something. I mean, check out how I do move. I was out there during the weekend and during the week on the protest. I wasn't out here calling out black fighters saying, I wonder why. That wasn't me, man. I wasn't coming here worrying about what black fighters aren't doing when it comes to this protest. You have to take initiative, man. Get out there on your own and do shit. Go protest if you feel like you got a problem with what's going on. If not, shut up. I'm tired of hearing that shit, man. Y'all don't want to sweat. Y'all don't want to get darker than what you are. You don't want to feel the heat. You don't want to feel the rays. Man, you don't want to be out there in the blazing ass heat, man. I have to give it up to the elected officials down here in ATL. I saw the women, the men. They was representing, walking through the streets without any National Guard, without any protection. They had law enforcement out there basically cutting off intersections, chaperoning just a little bit. And then you had a couple that was mingling, on the side, walking just a little bit, but not to the point where it was a heavy presence like around the CNN building and then like that. But I have to commend them for going out here, remind me what it was when I was coming up, when I had experience with some other marches that went down here in the South. So of course I had to step back out there. Of course, man. You ain't gonna be able to please everybody, but guess what? If someone told me something about somebody else, I would definitely have to kind of, gauge off what I see. I have to go off action. There's a lot of people out here, in this media The first time, you find out people looting and everything, you just want to get on the mic and start saying, I wonder, I wonder, I wonder. And then you got friends that's on your friends list, and you thought that they was your friends. You thought until they came across a situation like this. And then you see them putting up the history of George Floyd and all his criminality as if that's supposed to substitute him being murdered. And I want to make this perfectly clear. A paramedics never came on scene that day. What you all seen was 2 law enforcement officers that showed up in a paramedics truck. Because let's think about the first aid. They should administer first aid on that. EMTs arrive, first responders. They make it a point to make sure the victim or whoever is breathing. They didn't really check his pulse. They didn't do anything because they was on camera. They just rolled the man over. And the first time that the guy walked up on Derek Chauvin's left side and asked him something, Derek still kept his knee over his neck. And he hadn't been moving for several minutes. You know what I'm saying? So how fucked up it is for a friend on Facebook to sit up here and say, well, he did this and he served time. He did this and served time. No, you got to delete their ass because they don't get it. What's going on, Coach Vanessa Torres? What's good? What's good? Say hi, Scotty. Much blessings. Blessing to you too. Appreciate it. Thank you. Skip Crumpler say, that's right, Scotty. You on deck 24/7 protest. I'm jealous because I weren't there. Hey man, you was always welcome, Skip. Man, you know what it is. I got plenty room, man. You're always welcome, man. We could have went out there and protest together. What's going on, Tori Savage? What's good, man? World Combat Sports salute. Appreciate it. Savage been around since the groundwork was in with World Combat Sports, man. Appreciate you, man. Salute to you. So he talks to Jesse Magdaleno. Y'all can look at that on your own. I'm not, but I got respect for the Magdaleno brothers, though. I ain't got nothing bad to say about the Magdaleno brothers. I sat up there. People got mad because I called Diego Magdalena to say he was going to go in there and defeat Dulé, right? And he did. I just felt he was a little bit too much dog for him. He was. What's wrong? Where we at? Man, we still on break. We still on break. You know, another thing too, an important topic that's on the boxing surface is Shakur Stevenson, right? Um, you know, Shakur Stevens was a silver medalist, and the guy who beat him was on deck tonight. He earned the first round knockout. You know, he did what he's supposed to do in this circumstance, right? And the opponent that he had. So, my point is, without being disrespectful, I'm talking about Shakur in third person, without him being absolutely disrespectful, he's basically saying, I'm creating me. I'm building my own brand and legacy off of what I do in the ring. A lot of people, they have to stop putting these black fighters in comparison to one black fighter that's actively, accessible to be placed in the narrative all the time. You can't compare every black fighter to Floyd Mayweather. Just because they have a little, rhythm and everything, you can't compare them to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was a unique individual in his own right. He did things his own way and he mastered it. Shakur Stevens is, we can absolutely say he's doing what he's supposed to do so far the right way. And I just don't see why they sitting up here saying, well, Shakur Stevenson is compared to Floyd. Then it's Devin Haney compared to Floyd. Man, they need to stop that shit. That ain't cool, bro. Let these black fighters that's coming up build their own legacy without attaching or pinning Floyd Mayweather's name to him. Jared Anderson is making his ring walk. He's three with 3 victories and 3 knockouts. Man, those some trunks he got on, boy. They put some work into that. This is gonna be good. But y'all be sure to press that, smash that thumbs up button and share the content. ESPN fight card promoted Top Rank back on deck. It would have been great to be on site and cover the fighters, but times has changed, man. Times has changed, and it's gonna be a while before we get back into the building, man, as fans. This is what we're gonna be basically. Okay, here's the announcements. We're gonna be relegated to watching this shit on TV. This is a 6-round fight. Jay Nady. Hope you don't stop this fight early, homie. Oh, snap. All right, Johnnie Langston. I saw him fight. Okay. I'm not gonna tell you who I saw him fight, but he closed the show. This is gonna be a good fight. I'd be hard pressed if he gets knocked out in the first round. I'm just being honest, man. I'm just being honest. Of course, the quality of opponent wasn't a Gerard Anderson, but this guy is pretty tough though. He is. You know, if you on, Langston's coming out southpaw. Okay, right now Anderson is just basically cutting off the ring. They try to exchange. So far, right now, no real shots have landed. All right, Anderson's being patient. A lot of touch jab. Both fighters measuring. 1-2 combination by Langston. I've seen this dude fight. He's active. I'm just curious to see what he has when he steps up competition against somebody like Anderson. Anderson the 1-2 on the inside, landing some shots. He got caught with an overhand left. He has to be careful. Oh, they're going at it, but look, Anderson is missing a lot. I'm telling you, this guy, Langston, he has pretty decent skills, but I'm not sure, him stepping up in competition, what it's going to be like with his cardio. Now Anderson is settling down and focusing on landing his shots more effective. 2 overhand rights landed. I know they got the attention of Langston. He's backing up right now. Anderson is walking him down right now. He's settled in now. He's not really headhunting. Hook to the body. Then he came up top and missed with the right cross. He's back on the jab. Now Anderson is settled in. Stepped in with an uppercut, missed that. His overhand right is landing. Langston is hanging out on the ropes. He's a park bench right now. He's gonna be in trouble. Oh, nice solid uppercut by Anderson. Oh, straight right. He's getting blitzed. He's getting lit up in there, man, against the ropes. Oh, nice left hook by Anderson. He's really on point right now. He's on target. He's putting the work in against Langston. Langston's feeling it right now. He's feeling it. Definitely a step up in competition. He's feeling the quality of the punches. Anderson has earned. Oh, nice left by Langston, but he ate it. That was good. That was a good round. That was a good first round. Anderson start back off with the jab. Nice. We in the second round. Approaching 2 minutes and 20. What I like about Anderson so far, man, he's using very distinct pressure. He's not wasting energy. And the only time that he really was exhausting and going for the knockout early was the first minute of the fight. He settled in. And, you know, I like what I'm seeing with his power, even though he ain't knocked him out yet. I like how his power shots are being set up. He's sticking behind the jab. And then he's when he steps in with that right uppercut, it's paying dividends. He has Langston moving around for the wrong reasons right now. Langston's still in the fight, though, but he's being outworked. He's being outworked. Anderson steps in with a straight right. Try to catch him out with that left hook. Nice combination to the body. Man, he stepped in with a straight right hand, and Langston ate it. Ate another right-left two-punch combination. Langston has been outworked, and I'll be surprised if he's able to go all 6 rounds, because Langston is tough, y'all. He's tough, but he's in there with a different type of opposition in Yeuri Anderson. Another straight right. He hurt him. Anderson wobbled Langston. This fight seems like it's going to be over. 30 seconds remaining. Nice uppercut. Oh, I like how he slipped the count and stepped back in with the uppercut. Anderson's in the rhythm right now, man. He's feeling it. 2 punches to the body, keeping his distance nicely. Blistering 1-2 combinations. He just dug with that left hook twice. Then stepped back in with the right uppercut. Every time Langston want to come in, Anderson push him off, get that distance, and then let his hands do the talking. Very good fight, man. And like I said, Langston's a tough dude, man. He's a tough dude. Very good fight, man. And Carlos Jackson in the building, 16-0, undefeated, super featherweight, man. Salute. What's good with you, man? I was checking out your sparring earlier, man. I ain't have a chance to see it all when we was at the restaurant. But yeah, man, good shit, bro. I wish I could have been there for that. Well, it's not like I haven't been there for your sparring before, but that was some good sparring. You sparred 3 different dudes, I think. So what you think so far, Joel, on Anderson's performance on the heavyweights? What you think so far? That would have been a good fight, man. I like how he's keeping his distance, you know, with Langston. He's keeping his distance well with Langston. Langston's tough, but what I do see with Anderson is he's very surgical to be a big guy like that. You know, he's not wasting too much energy. He's very accurate. He's landing quality shots, and he's really putting the work in. I don't want to say he's going to stop Langston, but it looks like if he keeps on, you know, landing the heavy shots like he is consistently, it's gonna have an effect. So Langston's he's getting off right now, you know, to start off this 3rd round. Anderson's coming in with a right left. Good head movement, then stick him to the body with a 2-punch combination. I guess it was a low blow. Good break for Langston, though. You know, to milk it as much as possible. But he ain't that type of dude. He didn't take that much time, so okay. Double jab by Anderson. Right-left combination to the body. Langston just missed wildly with a right cross. Oh, missed bad with that overhand right. And then Anderson making pay. 2 punches up top. Lands solid. Again, he dig to the body. Then come over the top with a left. He trying to complain. Oh, man, sticking with a left uppercut. Anderson is just blasting him right now. All up in the front door. The fight's about to be over. If he don't have any type of defense, he hurt him bad. He hurt him bad. This fight is about to be over. Langston is tough, man. I'm telling you, this dude is super tough, but he's in there with a different quality opposition. Now we're going to see how Anderson, oh, this is a wrap. Fight is stopped. He gave him a beating. I'm telling you, Anderson gave Langston a beating in this final round. Gave him a beating. And it was partly because he couldn't handle the pace of that big heavyweight, man. He couldn't handle the pace, man. And Anderson looked like he's not even breathing hard. He looked like he's not. It looked like he's not even breathing that hard, man. But give it up to Langston, man. I've seen this cat fight before. He's a tough dude, but his cardio wasn't there. But goddamn it, Anderson, for a guy his size, he has very respectable cardio for the punches that he was putting out, the pace that he was setting. I have to be, I know it's not much. People are going to say, well, that was only 3 rounds. I get it. But you still have to understand this is the big boys, and he was actually putting in some work. He was pressing the gas in that fight, man. Look at these punches to end the fight. Look how he pushed down on the head to throw that left uppercut. He pushed down on the head with the right hand, then shot the left uppercut. Man, it's straight right. He was trying to freaking pick his brain the wrong way. He said, I want to know what you're thinking. So he improves to 4-0. 4 knockouts, which is always good when it comes down to it. Carlos said World Combat Sports Boxing is back. You know what it is, man. We waiting. We're gonna wait on, it's gonna be about that time, Carlos. You step on deck, man. We'll be there live and living color. You know what I'm saying? Joel said, I don't think Langston has been in front of anyone that y'all can box like him. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I wasn't going to say who I saw him fight. You know what I'm saying? But all I was saying, he's a tough dude. But the pace that Anderson set tonight, it was a problem. He said Anderson got hella skill. I just think Langston, despite his toughness, is too small and not familiar enough with that look and took that level too soon. Hey, we agree on that. That's solid input, man. Solid input. Real talk, solid input, man. Because he was absolutely outperformed. He was outworked and outperformed Langston. And the dude, Anderson, wasn't even breathing hard after he finished the fight. And he was putting out some punches now. He was running the numbers up. I would like to see him and Jarrell Miller fight. I still don't think he's ready for Jarrell Miller, regardless. But congrats to Jared Anderson, man, for getting the victory. Shakur Stevenson, with his Black Lives Matter T-shirt on, and his grandfather. And I was saying earlier, right, about Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, and people sitting up there comparing them to Floyd Mayweather. It's not fair. It's not fair to sit up here and put them beneath the canopy of someone who's already set such a high bar in this era to these young cats. Every young cat that comes up that has a freaking older their name and next to being, you know, like a little, like a superstar in the sport, and they black, you want to compare them to Floyd Mayweather. They ain't comparing Teofimo Lopez to Floyd Mayweather. They're not comparing Ryan Garcia to Floyd Mayweather. But Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, you hear them, oh man, flashes of Floyd Mayweather. Man, get off that, man. Floyd is in a class of his own, man. You know, I mean, come on with that, man. Y'all wasn't comparing Manny Pacquiao to Floyd Mayweather or Floyd Mayweather to Manny Pacquiao. Y'all wasn't comparing Timothy Bradley to anybody that was doing it, that was a black fighter in the sport. They weren't comparing Andre Ward. Why do it to the young lions in the sport, man? That's not cool. Y'all haven't once compared the Charlo brothers to Floyd Mayweather. Not once. But the one person you can at that point in time compare was Adrian Broner, because he absolutely tried to come out there and have the mimicking style of Floyd Mayweather, y'all. Come on, man. You know I ain't lying. The way Broner used to fight, yes. Come on, man. He was mimicking Floyd Mayweather to a T. But you don't see that with Gervonta Davis. You don't see it with Devin Haney. Devin Haney, sometimes you do see, you know, him do the Philly shell. You know, he'll roll with, you know what I'm saying? He does. And I know recently he's been freaking training with Floyd and all that. But Shakur Stevenson has his own style, man. You know, y'all not comparing Joshua Greer to Floyd Mayweather. All these fighters have their own style, so let them grow. Let these cats grow, man. Let Floyd be Floyd and let the other ones be who they are. It's unfair to be comparing them to Floyd Mayweather. And you know, they trying to build their own brand. Real talk. But the good thing is I'm hearing September is Teofimo Lopez versus Vasily Lomachenko. You know, for the unification titles, the only title that would not be in the collective bargaining will be the WBC, from my understanding. But they may indeed throw the WBC diamond or something up in there, because we already know Vasily Lomachenko has a franchise WBC. So therefore, you cannot become unified champion, undisputed, unless you get the super, right? We would think, right? But y'all remember Mauricio Suleiman said that, yeah, if Vasily Lomachenko is able to get the rest of the belts, not to include the WBC super, he can become undisputed. But if Teofimo Lopez beats Vasily Lomachenko and picks up the WBA and WBO, that's it. He doesn't acquire the franchise WBC belt. I mean, that's kind of a standard. I mean, if that's not extreme bias, you know, that seemed like an impromptu rule, man, that needs to be changed. For real, man. So they was making such a huge deal at the weigh-ins to have masks on and be 6 feet, but they up here talking to the fighters with no mask on and maintaining social distancing and all that other good stuff. But come on, man. Congrats to the win, though. That was a solid win by him, though, by Anderson. So that's where we at right now. Next, we have the main event, which we've been waiting on. But as I was saying, Vasily Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, I'm curious to see if all the belts are going to be on the line somehow, because Teofimo Lopez cannot become undisputed by defeating Vasily Lomachenko without having a WBC super. At one point in time, Devin Haney was on recess. And with that recess, somehow time ticked away and everything else. Then all of a sudden, guess what? They're basically declaring he's the super champion without facing his mandatory when he was injured. It was alleged that Javier Fortuna and Luke Campbell was going to fight for the vacant WBC, but we never seen it. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of smoothly inserted him back into the fray. So my question is, Teofimo Lopez go face Vasily Lomachenko. Is this fight indeed going to be one of those that if Teofimo Lopez wins, how are they going to insert, or will the WBC title be in there? When I had that interview with David McWhorter, the manager of Teofimo Lopez, he said he believed the WBC was somehow, some way be inserted into the equation if they were to fight. And that's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to get at. Like, is this for the undisputed? Should it be for the undisputed? How can Devin Haney be promoted back up to super champion and he was in recess, being that we never had a fighter ever to be in recess before? How can Devin Haney be in recess and then be promoted back as if it was transparent? It wasn't transparent. He was injured. He couldn't face his mandatory. They basically provided two more names that was going to fight for the vacant, and that never happened. Anyway, thanks to COVID-19. Anyway, potentially September. All right. Let me see if who's up next. Okay. It's good the main event is going to be up next. But now, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, of course, may potentially be in Australia, from what we understand, in December. That's absolutely a much anticipated trilogy that we're going to look forward to. We already know we're going to look forward to that fight, man. It's huge. I think the trilogy is much more of a bigger circumstance than the rematch, in my opinion. Now you have the intrigue and suspense for Deontay Wilder, who many people was looking at him like a guy who was champion for over 5 years, defended his title. He was in there for his 11th time, and he wasn't able to get it done. But look, heading back in there with Tyson Fury, who's trying to say he's going to separate himself from. Look, when he finished the Deontay Wilder fight, him and John Fury was like, "Oh, he should be retired. He should retire right now. He's did everything he's supposed to do." Not exactly, because he'd never defended a belt before. Forget all that lineal bullshit. He never defended a super title. So guess what? This trilogy is very important. Not only for Deontay Wilder to try to go back in there and regain his title, for Tyson Fury to actually defend the WBC title. It's big for his legacy, period. And absolutely, I want to see, Deontay Wilder go in there and regain his title, period. I like Tyson Fury, though. But Tyson Fury, he's a drug cheat. And you're probably saying to yourself, what does that have to do with him defeating Deontay Wilder? Look, It was a lot of controversy around that fight about what, some of the things that was going on in the ring. A lot of controversy. That controversy isn't going anywhere. And who is it surrounding? It's surrounding Tyson Fury. So we just can't wait for them, if it's going to be in Australia or wherever it's going to be. We cannot wait for Deontay Wilder to go step back in there and face Tyson Fury for, his WBC crown. If you're not looking forward to that fight, I don't know what to tell you, but I am. I'm absolutely looking forward to that fight. I truly believe Deontay can go in there and regain his title. I truly believe that. Whether one or two people outside of this conversation don't believe so, I really don't care. I'm just telling you that there was a lot that wasn't right with Deontay Wilder from what we used to seeing. And I'm pretty sure if he's 100% coming off this surgery and able to get back in the gym, it should be good to go. Let's see if they did the ring walk yet. No, it's still on commercial. What's going on, Timothy? What's good? But that's where we at with that. We'll see what goes on and how that all works out. Some of the big names, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury stepping back in there. And then, of course, Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko. That's a big fight that's on the horizon. And then now we're hearing Ryan Garcia and Abner Mares. Okay. All right. I mean, Abner Mares, yes, he has more experience than Ryan Garcia. We absolutely know that for a fact. Is it going to be one of those matchups that one fighter potentially can knock out the other? Man, I would be, shaking my head a different kind of way if Ryan Garcia stops Abner Mares in under 5 rounds, period. If he stops Abner Mares in 2 rounds, I'm like, no, fuck that. It's Sonny Liston all over again. No. I don't see it. I see Abner Mares as being legitimate, tough fighter, tough opposition for Ryan Garcia, and especially his eyes healed up. And it really would have been nice to see him face Gervonta Davis when they were scheduled to fight. And speaking of Gervonta Davis, we're still curious to see if he's going to actually step in there with Leo Santa Cruz. I think this is going to be a good fight. Leo Santa Cruz, man, come on, multi-division champion. Gervonta Davis is trying to work himself to that level. But what we can say undeniably is that Gervonta Davis is a 3-time world champion already in 2 divisions. So take that in perspective as to where Gervonta Davis is trying to go. And if he's able to go in there and defeat Leo Santa Cruz, it will look good. Another name, Gary Russell Jr. I'm looking forward to seeing Gary Russell Jr., man, hit the highway. Wherever he's trying to travel, I'm looking forward for Gary Russell Jr. If he says he's going to move up to 135, I can't wait. You cannot sleep on Gary Russell because he's been fighting once a year. He's proven that he still can come in here and press the diesel whenever he feel like it. So I definitely want to see who his next opponent is going to be. He said he wasn't stopping at 130. So if in fact, somehow, some way, we see Gary Russell and Shakur Stevenson, because Shakur Stevenson just mentioned that he will fight Gary Russell, but he has respect for Russell. He look at him as a big bruh, and I understand that. So I'm curious to see who Gary Russell Jr. will step up. What division is he going to step up to? Is he going to bypass the 130 and go up to 135? I hope so. People. Can you imagine Gary Russell stepping in the 135-pound division right now? That should be absolutely too lit, man. You will have Devin Haney, Gary Russell, Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lopez. Even though Teofimo Lopez is going to be the first to leave out of that crew, though, after he fight Vasily Lomachenko. Then, of course, you got Vasily Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia whenever he comes back, Gervonta Davis. You have all these big names in the 35-pound division, which is going to keep it lit for a while. It's going to keep it lit for a while. And then you know what it is? Shakur Stevenson. He stepped up to 130. He's trying to make a fight back at 126. If he's not able to get Josh Warrington, I'm curious to see who he fights at 130. He said he wouldn't have no problem fighting the champions that's already there, even Jamel Herring. You know what I'm saying? So just say, for instance, Shakur Stevens is able to go up there to junior welterweight, and I mean not junior welterweight, junior lightweight, and pick up a title, and then just pick up one title and move up to 135, where it seems like that's where the money is going to be. That's where the money fights to me is going to be if Shakur Stevens is able to go up there with all the dogs in the yard. It would make some exciting matchups. Gary Russell Jr., Shakur Stevenson, oh my God, Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia, Vasily Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez. He might even think about staying down there for another 6 months. If the yard is that full, it's gonna be some dogs. Gary Russell Jr., the apex predator. Period. The longest reigning WBC champion right now. So y'all stay tuned for that shit. Let me see if they got Shakur Stevenson walking down yet. Just going over some highlights of Shakur Stevenson when he was putting in work on his opposition. Quick. Shakur has his own freaking style, man. Shakur is hungry. I'm not saying any other fighter's not hungry. I'm not saying that shit. Shakur is just hungry, and he knows where he's trying to eat. He knows where the food is at, and he knows what his legacy consists of, like his projected legacy. He's not optimistic at all. He's not lacking any courage to go out there and hunt. He ain't lacking any of that shit, man. Somebody's gonna have to prove it to him. So it basically was talking about, they was asking Shakur Stevenson how he wants to find his legacy. And of course he said he wanted to unify. He wanted to become undisputed. Of course. But he wanted to be pound for pound also. Nathaniel, what's good, man? Salute. Thanks for dropping in, man. Anderson won the heavyweight fight by third round knockout. Timothy said he thinks he's the future of boxing. He thinks Shakur Stevens is the future of boxing. The main event is on deck. Appreciate everyone who stopped through on the live chat and on Facebook. I appreciate that. Once again, shout out to Carlos, man. ATL fighter 16-0. Be on the lookout for him. Super featherweight fighter. Be on the lookout. It's only a matter of time before he gets a big fight. And stay tuned, man. Like there's some of these interviews that I'm trying to get right now. Just stay tuned, man. I'm trying to get some interviews. And of course, like I tell you all before, I appreciate the ones who stopped through for when I'm covering boxing and MMA. A lot of people tell me I should be a strictly boxing channel if I want to. It's not about all the views with me. It's all about covering what I like, what I have a passion for. And I like MMA just as much as boxing when it comes to media coverage. And that ain't going to change. I'm not going to stop talking about mixed martial arts and just strictly talk about boxing. It's not going to go down like that. It's not. So I'll take the disparity in numbers, for those individuals who choose to want to just say, okay, I want to listen to a boxing channel. I don't want to hear nothing about no MMA. Cool. But I can tell you this: when you look on TV and you see the Max Kellermans and Stephen A. Smiths and everybody else, are they talking about one? Are they talking about many? That's all I got to say. They're talking about many, right? That's all I got to say. I'm not trying to sit up here and follow the whatever it is, but I do what I do. I try to stick to covering both mixed martial arts and boxing, and it's not always going to be a audience favorite, but it is what it is. It'll catch on sooner or later. If not, I just keep on talking to 5 or 10 in the live chat. You know what I'm saying? That's a party. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna kick it off. We're gonna have a party, man. It's more liquor for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to have a last call for alcohol. It's too much on deck. We got too much alcohol on deck. When it's a low crowd, shit, you got too much alcohol. The food lasts longer. But shout out to Shakur Stevenson, man. I'm really looking forward to see how he looks at 130. When you talk about a fighter like Shakur Stevenson, who goes in there and looks very good most of his fights anyway, I'm pretty sure this fight right here isn't going to be any different. And appreciate the ones who shared the video, and also the ones who donate to the channel. Appreciate that, and the regular supporters that drop through all the time. Hey man, I see you. I know who you are. And once again, salute for stopping through and supporting World Combat Sports all day. Love that chicken from Popeyes. You goddamn right. But I don't eat that much of it, but I love it. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Yeah, shouty. We're still in between fights, people. The main event is up next. It hasn't been a bad fight card, to say the least, especially from those who are just stepping back in, to happy hour of boxing due to COVID-19. We've been out for a while, man. So, yeah, it's good to be able to get a little bit of, put ourselves in a happy place, relax a little bit, and get back into the sport of boxing. Let's see who this is. Junior said, who you think is the best in the game right now? To be absolutely honest, I can't tell you who's the best in the game. I don't have a best in the game right now. I just don't have a best in the game. There's no way I can answer that. I just think too deep into records and performances and stuff like that. And if it was anybody I was going to mention, it would have to be someone that's a favorite. But I can't tell you who's the best in the sport of boxing, though. You know what I'm saying? The best in the sport of boxing. That's a very complex question, to be honest. Like every division I have, certain individuals who I have is my favorite. But in the entire sport right now, it's no way for me. I appreciate that, Ohio Run Boxing, man. Thanks for the donation as always. Much respect, man. Salute to you. I just don't have one that I can look at and say, okay, that's the best in boxing right now. I mean, what about yourself? Who do you think is the best in boxing? What's your opinion? What's your pick? And I'm not asking you to sit up here and criticize. I just want to know, because it's just tough for me to say, okay, right now he's the best doing it. Now you want to ask me the top pound for pound? Top pound for pound don't mean that'll be considered the best, even though that's kind of contradicting, right? But the top pound for pound, in my opinion, from what he's been able to do in divisions and moving up, would be Canelo Alvarez. Saul Canelo Alvarez. Period. But it's still that's just when you're talking about the top pound for pound fighters that's been consistent on the list and their performances and what they've been able to accomplish. Shakur Stevenson is making his ring walk. One thing that we've seen at the weigh-in with Shakur Stevenson is he looked very good for this division. He was shredded. He looked in shape like he always does. Hey, man, he's a different dude. Shakur Stevenson is going to be a superstar, from 126 all the way up to 147, man. Mark my word. Always, hey, bookmark it. Bookmark it. Shakur Stevenson will be a world champion in every division that he goes from 126 all the way up to 147. Now, if by chance he continue to grow and grow into his body and pick up a little weight and move the way he's moving, he might end up at 154. You know what I'm saying? That'll be 6 divisions, right? Our main event is on deck. What I don't want this fight to be is a 1-round knockout. So hopefully Shakur Stevens can baby, and micromanage a little bit. Man, shout out to Tony Weeks, man. Come on. He's the same referee that was in there with Badu Jack that night. Okay, Felix Caraballo. Brick City. Newark in the house. Let's see how this goes. Really, to see Shakur Stevenson put in work. That's all. And I'm not taking anything away from Caraballo. He might come in here and dance. You know what I'm saying? He might come in here and give us something we wasn't expecting. First round, a lot of head movement early from Caraballo. Stevenson moving back to the corner, high guard, throws the check. Throws the right hook. Caraballo is basically getting on the inside, and Stevenson making him pay now for going on the inside with his head down. So it's an inside fight right now. Stevenson, gets space, measuring with the jab hand. With the jab. Caraballo just bomb rushes in and throws a left right. One thing about Caraballo, if he don't watch out by dipping and going in the same rhythm, is that he's gonna get caught with an uppercut. Right now, he's doing pretty decent though. He leads with a double right hand. Shakur Stevenson is picking it, picking his spots right now. He just looks solid. Left, right by Shakur Stevenson. He's digging. He's biting down on the mouthpiece. He shot that uppercut too. Caraballo is sticking his head down and bobbing and weaving, trying to get close to land the punch, to get that respect from Shakur Stevenson. Nice 1-2 combination land for Shakur. So he's stamping him right now, real tight. Shakur Stevenson stamping Caraballo. He about to ship his ass out on FedEx if he don't stop dipping his head like that, walking on the inside. Nice left hand by Shakur. Third left hand with a right. And of course, Shakur Stevenson is fighting southpaw. Caraballo is digging on the inside. Shakur hits him with a body shot and drops him. Shakur Stevenson hits him with a body shot and drops him already. Caraballo trying to explain it to Tony Weeks like whatever he's trying to say. Shakur commences, picks up where he left off, keeping his hands busy. Oh, nice left hand by Caraballo lands. Okay. All right. Will it get interesting? Let's go. He walks in again with his head down. Oh, Shakur almost caught him with that left hook. Oh, 3-punch combination. Another 2-punch. Shakur's just sitting down on his punches, man, with the cash register open. He's just taking out what he feel like. Easy first round. Newark, New Jersey. Easy. Shakur looks strong for 130. He looks strong. I know it's the first round. He looks strong. Looks solid. His punches are affecting Caraballo, so we'll see how long this lasts. We will see how long this lasts. We head into the second round of the main event. If you drop in, hit that thumbs up button on YouTube, Facebook. Be a contributor and share the content. Pass the word. Subscribe to the channel. Shakur throwing 6, landed 22 to Caraballo's 3. Caraballo landed three whole punches in the first round. So Shakur sticks him with the right hook. I like the movement of Shakur, the way he's pivoting out to his right. Oh, he threw a hook up top and then to the body that dropped him. Nice. Okay. A double right hook, man. Nice straight left by Caraballo that landed. He tried to come in with a sweeping right cross, missed. He did stick Shakur with a jab. Shakur making pay with 3 straight left hands. Shakur is just walking him down and giving him the business right now. Caraballo might be hurt again, y'all. He's stumbling all over the place, but he's hanging in there. He's being tough. Came over with an overhand right off the top of the head. Shakur Stevenson pushing him off with the jab, with the forearm to try to set up that left. Shakur is looking very sharp right now with his combinations. He is absolutely stamping Newark all over the face of Caraballo. Caraballo is doing every bit. He was almost there. He's about to do the stanky stank. The Dougie, all that shit. Head movement by Caraballo to try to get on the inside. Shakur just, pick and choose when he want to, throw a punch and pop him in the top, pop him in his head from doing all that movement and not punching. Okay, 3 punches by Caraballo. Okay, overhand left by Caraballo. He's standing there tough. Right hand off the glove. Shot to the body. Chris Stevenson just throwing the test jab out there a little bit. Using his movement. Oh, man, solid 2-punch combinations up top, man, by Shakur Stevenson. Nice left hand. He's feeling, he seems like he's having fun in there. He's boxing. It doesn't seem like it's essentially an easy fight, but he is putting in nice work, though. He's making it look easy. Caballo is still standing in the pocket. The second round ends. Very solid fight. Very solid fight. Chris Stevenson is absolutely putting in work. Putting in some rounds. I believe he really wanted to turn it up. He could get Caraballo up out of there pretty early, but the little layoff and everything, he might be, he might be a little eager to put in some rounds or whatever. He don't want to go in there and finish him too early and look too good. And people gonna say, oh, it's an easy ass opponent. Well, shit. Shakur Stevenson said he looked at 1 round of film. That's all he needed to do. So I know he don't have that mentality. You know what I'm saying? He said, what did you get for that 1 round? I know he ain't on my level. Shit. That's all you have to say, man. Man, 23 likes off Facebook. Appreciate whoever shared the video on Facebook. Salute to you. Real talk. Salute to you. Thank you. Caraballo comes out to start the third round with pressure. Doubling up on his jab. He has Shakur in the corner right now. He's in there to win. He's in there to put in work now, to stay busy. Missed with that straight right hand to the body, though. Shakur gets back to the stick. Steps in with a double left hand. Again, left hook. Comes back with the right. 3-punch combination. Size him up. He lined him up real nice with that right hand. Whenever he feel like he can land that right hand. Stevenson is showing that he can fight. He can box going forward and he can box off the back foot. He's just not standing in the pocket and making this a brawl. He's basically boxing off the back foot and switching it up. He slipped that left hand, but he didn't come back with a counter. Nice solid left hand for Shakur Stevenson. Stuck him with that left uppercut. Ooh, nasty. Nasty. I'm telling you, if he really wanted to just bite down with his combinations, he's look, his accuracy is on point right now. If he really wants to just dig, he can make it work. But he wants some quality work right now, man. He's the main event. He want to put on the show. Oh man, Caraballo goes down, but he missed that sweeping left hook, and Shakur Stevenson, introduces him back to the game with a 4-punch combination when he got back up. Approaching 45 seconds remaining in the third round. Shakur Stevenson is very active winning this fight. Look how he just stepped back with that left right over the top. Looking really, really smooth right now for 130. Really smooth. Digging with that uppercut. That left uppercut was kind of off the glove, though. You see what Shakur just did on the rope? It was kind of like that. He was kind of rolling. Shakur's turning it up a little bit. He's posting with his jab hand and then going straight to the body. I mean, it seems like he's having fun in there, man. He's in control of the fight. At no time was he hurt already. Caraballo is standing strong. He's active, but he's not active enough to deal with the accuracy of Shakur Stevenson. So, I gotta give both of them their props, for going in there making it a boxing match. But Shakur Stevenson is a step ahead of Caraballo when it becomes, essential for him to get off. His punches are way more accurate, much more effective. Don't say I didn't tell you. From 126 to 47, it's gonna come. It's gonna come real strong. 5 division. They showing all Floyd Mayweather. We in the fourth round. Shakur comes out, double up on the right hook. Right now, Shakur is throwing 137, landed 66 to Caraballo 7. He's having fun in there. Putting in some quality work. He's doing a little bit more backing up than I would think with somebody like Caraballo. If that's, he's doing a little bit more, trotting backwards, into corners. I don't know why, but Caraballo is still game and trying to get on the inside. And I don't know why Caraballo feels he has to get close to Shakur Stevenson instead of just boxing him. Like he just walks in and believe he has to close the door to land some quality shots. Just box him. Use your jab to get in. Don't just put your high guard up and walk in. Just give me the vibe of a sparring match. You know what I'm saying? Some sparring. This does give me that vibe. It gives me that vibe that, Shakur wants to put in work. He's in there with an opponent that he's comfortable in knowing that he can beat, but he's just putting in work and trying to, work on some things. Man, I like that straight left to the body, and then he went up top. He's switching it up, man. He's changing suits, man. He's not giving you the same appearance. Man, nice two-punch combination. Easy. One thing Shakur has proven, look at that hook to the body. Look at that right hook to the body. Easy work. Now he's up against the ropes. Really don't know why, but I'm pretty sure Caraballo with his head down, he's throwing all these punches, and Shakur makes him eat a left uppercut for his work. So Caraballo pushes him back. Now Shakur pushes him up against the ropes. But most of Shakur's work, I can say, has been center square. That's a good thing. Even with him moving backwards, he hasn't really been fighting off the ropes just yet. Beautiful work out there. Straight to the body. Whenever he uses his jab, he'll follow up with that left hand. Shakur is a southpaw, so, he's using that jab effectively, man. Wow. We're going into the fifth, y'all. Good fight. What y'all think about the fight? What do y'all think about the fight? Talk to me. What do y'all think about the performance thus far? We're in the fifth frame. Stevenson comfortably ahead. Halfway through the fight. How do I have it? Through 4. It's Chris Stevenson, easily. But, give it up for Caraballo, man. He's standing over there in the pocket. He's trying. Stevenson digs, doubling up on that right hook to the body. Straight left down the pipe. He's doubling up on that lead left hook a lot, Stevenson. He slipped that punch. Caraballo is showing his mettle, though. He didn't come in here and lay down. He's showing he's tough after the first knockdown. He's showing that he's pretty decent. Oh, Shakur just lit him up with a 2-punch combination. Right after I was saying how tough he is, that head bounced like a pogo stick. I'm telling you, whenever he wants to get off, he can get off, man. Absolutely. He can get off. Approaching 35 seconds left in the frame. Shakur with a 3-punch combination. Easy work. Solid. Very constructive the way he's setting up his combinations. They're not reckless or wild. Okay, Caraballo come back and dig to the body with a double right hook to the body. Oh, Shakur Stevenson is about to knock this dude out. He just hit him with a crushing overhand left. He's really starting to damn loosen up a little bit and take the textbook out. Good, man. That's solid. A solid round again. Solid round. We're in the sixth frame, y'all. It's been a good fight. Shakur Stevens is dominated. Shakur Stevenson might have hurt his right hand though. I mean his left hand. He might have hurt his left hand off the top of the head of Caraballo. We'll see. So I have a low blow by Stevenson on Caraballo. Shakes it off, you know. He ain't putting on no theatrics, you know, he's shaking it off, getting back to work. Look at that. How he stepped to the side and landed that shot to the body. Slick. There you go. Another body shot. Look, Shakur Stevenson went to the right and then he went to the left. I don't think he getting up. He went to the right with a hook and then he went to the left. The only thing about it, he put extra mustard in between those. He put extra mustard on it, y'all. I'm telling you, when he was turning it up, he wanted to get in some rounds, and when he wanted to finish it, he finished it. He dug to the body, man. That shit was green peppers. I mean, jalapeno peppers and Grey Poupon, goddammit. Mixed with some Texas Pete. Good performance by Shakur Stevenson at super featherweight. Good performance, man. Solid. Dominated the fight. Got the stoppage. You know, put in some work. He put in some quality to work. He hurt his hand. You know what I'm saying? He hurt his hand. So we don't know if that's an issue. But he did crack Caraballo over the head with that left hand. Called him to the body twice. There was a right hook, and then he went left to the body. Yeah, it was just a straight left to the body, man. Straight left to the body. He hit him with a right hook and then straight left. Damn, that was just nasty, man. A bowl of gumbo. Hey, man, what y'all think about that performance? The fight card is over now. Y'all can speak. Come on now. Tell me something. We about to go. Tell me something. Let me see what Shakur Stevens has to say to his fans after the fight. You know, he gets his win at 130. We'll wait and see what Shakur Stevenson's final words going to be post fight, and then that is going to be a wrap, people. Unless there are people on here that want to drop feedback, I don't think so because it's a work day, it's a work night. But you know what it is. You know what it is, man. Let me see what Shakur got to say though. Take the eggs out. We're about to hear from Shakur Stevenson, see what he has to say. Caraballo was outmatched. Caraballo was outmatched, period. He said the headshots wasn't going to get him up out of there, so he started going to the body. Talking about the fight week with no audience. That's right. Talk to him. You got two different styles, man. You didn't break the yolk open. You gotta break the yolk open. Come on, Yeuri. Can I teach you something? Get closer. You gotta make sure the yolk come out. You just gotta tap it like that and make it run out like that. Let it cook. This is done already. Put your two, grab the loaf of bread, put your two toast in there, man. Can you turn around to the corner so you want, because you don't clean this up. I'm asking you to turn around to the corner. Open and open floor for it. press the toast down and get it done and over with. Bag needs to go in the trash. You don't have a fucking toast. Yeah, he's gonna be a problem. Real talk. Yeah, start preparing because Shakur Stevenson's coming. I agree. So let me close this out. Yeah. That concluded the fight card. We've seen some pretty good fights, man. Cortavious Cash went in there and got was able to get his um victory over Calvin Metcalf. We knew that. And Robeisy Ramirez, the Olympian, finished it in the first round. Finished a Cuban easy. Good, good work. And Vianello, I believe that's his name, 6-0. Now he's 7-0, 7 knockouts. He went in there and finished Don Haynesworth, who was 16-3-1, 14 KOs in a 6-round heavyweight fight. And of course, one of the more exciting fights was Gerard, the real big baby Anderson, who's now 4-0, 4 knockouts. He finished Johnnie Langston 8-2-3. And he looked impressive. His cardio looks solid and dialed in. And so, we look forward to seeing his next fight on the horizon. And of course, Shakur Stevenson making the halfway through the fight before he actually started turning on the gas on this guy and, taking it to a different level. Really was going in the textbook and letting fight fans know from the opening bell he can fight going backwards. He can box going backwards, forward, stay in the pocket. He's very versatile. He is a fighter that a lot of people should have under their magnifying glass. He really should. He's fighting like he know what he's doing in there. He's not fighting like he's reacting to, if he get hit with a shot or he's in trouble. He's dictating the momentum, and we all understand there's going to be tougher fights for him up the line. But right now, right here, Shakur Stevenson looks very solid. He's showing that he's taking the game extremely serious. He's always in condition, and it's only going to be a point to see how this young lion rises up in the sport, from division to division, opponent to opponent. That's what we're going to look forward to. Well, that's all I got for now. I know it's late, everybody. I would offer you some coffee, some Starbucks, some vanilla latte, you know what I'm saying, or something to that extent. But I know y'all got to wake up and do what you got to do. So just understand to turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. Subscribe to the channel, share the video content. And yes, boxing and MMA will be spoken on this channel, but I'm splitting up the videos. So make sure you tune back in. I would absolutely enjoy talking it up and have a dialogue, a combat sports dialogue, where it be about boxing and MMA. All right, y'all be safe out there, man. Stay vigilant. Blessings.